How much is enough? How much is enough? That's the question of this video. How much is enough? I'm Joe Brown here at Financial Wellness University. If this is your first time visiting the channel, please subscribe. Hit that little bell so you'll be notified when videos become available. Hit that like button so more people will see the video. Also, comment and share. And I want to know your views. How much is enough? That's what we're going to talk about today. Stay tuned. Well, how much is enough when it comes to saving, when it comes to the accumulation of money? Well, of course, that answer is different for different people. But there's some parameters that we can use to at least get an idea of what you can aim for in terms of once you reach a certain point, you're pretty much on easy street, if you will. Now, it used to be that $1 million was a whole lot. But because of inflation and over the years, $1 million just can't buy as much as it used to. Now, of course, $1 million is still a lot of money to have. If you have that much, that's not nothing to ignore. But $1 million, generally speaking, is not going to last for a long time if you don't have any more money coming in. So I'm going to talk more about the specifics of how you arrive at a certain number. But I think just ballpark right now, if you had 10 million and no more money came in for the rest of your life, I think 10 million would help. 10 million would be significant for pretty much anyone. You could live almost anywhere. You could definitely feed yourself, your family, off of 10 million. But of course, 10 million is, when I say how much is enough, well, 10 million might be enough, but there's people who have a lot more than 10 million. But when you get beyond that, it's really not just about you, but it's about building legacy. It's about helping the next generation so that you have generational wealth and having more of an impact on society right now. After 10 million, you can get a lot more toys. But in terms of having a comfortable lifestyle. So here's how you derive at a number for you. You look at your standard of living right now. What are you living off? Are you living comfortably? Are you living at a standard that you like, or would you like to live at a little higher standard? Say, for instance, if you make $50,000 a year and you say you bring home 40, or let's just say you bring home 40,000. Well, what kind of money, investment money, would you need to kick off $40,000 a year? Well, I mean, if you had rental income, you would have to have enough properties that your rent would produce $40,000 a year, or a combination of investments, and that investment would kick off $40,000. Now, when it comes to investing, if the average return is around between 8 and 10, then you don't want to take out 8 or 10, so you might want to take out 4 or 5. So what investment would produce 40,000 if 40,000 is about 4 or 5% of that amount? Well, if you're bringing in 40,000, if it was at 10%, it'd be 400,000. So at 5%, it is 800,000. So $800,000. If you were to save $800,000, that 800,000 could produce, just not even touching the principal, but the interest, the growth of that 800,000 could fund your life for the foreseeable future. Now, every year is not going to go 8%. Some year it might go 12%. Some year it might go 5%. But the point is that you take out a percentage that doesn't diminish your principal, so that your principal stays steady and it produces some interest that grows. And if you grow 8% and you only take out 4%, then you're going to have more money the following year. And so 4% actually, it grows with inflation, so that it adjusts with that 2 or 3% of inflation. So you always, if you don't take out all of your money or diminish your principal, you're setting yourself up so that you can have enough in investments to produce amount of money that you can live off for the rest of your life. That, in essence, kind of answers the question, how much is enough, or what is your number that you need to allow you to not have to work again. Well, if you want to live at 100,000, then that's 10% would be $1 million. So 5% would be $2 million. So if you currently want to live off $100,000 a year, 100,000 will, hopefully you won't have a mortgage or a car note, but it could definitely easily pay for a mortgage on a reasonable house. I mean, say if your mortgage is, $2,000, $3,000 a month, 100,000 is going to be able to fund 3,000 a month, which is 36,000 a year. So I mean, plenty. So, so wherever you are, what you do is you just use that number of 4% and say that 4%. This number is 4% of what? What number? And that's the number you need to save or get to in order to, if you will, have enough to live off for the rest of your life. So you wouldn't have to earn any more. You technically would not have to work anymore in terms of living the lifestyle. You would be able to travel. You would be able to live the way you want to live, to eat the way you want, to have entertainment and leisure, to give gifts. All those things that will go into your budget will be taken care of with a certain investment. Now, I start off by saying 10 million. Well, if I had 10 million and I took out 5% of that 10 million, well, 1 million is 10% of 10 million. So if I had 10 million and I took out 5% a year to live off, that's $500,000. So if you're the kind of person that's making 500,000, then 10 million, if you're making 100,000 and you had 10 million, then you're really ahead of the game, because you really are never gonna touch that principal if you're only taking 100,000 out a year. I mean, that's only, 1%. 10 million, 100,000 is only 1%. So you're gonna always, more than likely, based on historical growth in the stock market, you're gonna always have enough to live off. So those are the kind of things you need to think about. But of course, like I said, the more you have, the more you can help other people. The more you have, the more influence you can have to secure generational wealth for the next generation. So those are just some ballpark numbers, some rules of thumb that you can use to figure out those numbers. If you want to learn more, purchase my book, The 7 Phases of Financial Wellness, which will go into detail about investments and many other things, basic things that we need to be doing with money on a regular basis to experience financial wellness. And I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a like, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and hit that little bell, comment, and share. And I thank you for visiting, and have a blessed day.